Hey!
I am excited to be here.
We have been off for a little bit. We've been off,
Yes,
so busy this week and
Yes.
last week, and just have to take a breather.
I know,
right?
right?
Breathe in, breathe out.
Right.
Breathe in, breathe out.
Ooh.
Hey, everybody, if you're just joining us for the first time, we're the Juice. We are a team of ladies here that we talk about several different topics, but what we want to do is encourage each other
Yes.
and not discourage each other.
Yes.
And
Yes.
what we want to try and portray with the Juice is how to handle situations that may be tough,
Yes.
but we want to handle them because we may have to deal with them,
Yes.
and we still want to love each other.
Right.
We still want to love each other,
Right.
right? Today we have with us, my name is Regina. We got Deborah with us here. Hey Deborah, shout out to all Deborah people. And then we have our special guest, a miracle.
It's a miracle. Shout out to all my friends on the west
A miracle is here today. Hey, a miracle is stepping in for her mom. Those of you, I know Z's fans, y'all are out there.
Yes.
She hasn't left us.
Right.
She is doing some work there in Miami, but she's going to be back, and we've got her great daughter here,
Yes.
who I think is a lot like her.
Yes.
The best daughter. My favorite. I'm the favorite.
She's a favorite. She is a favorite, you know. And I want to thank you ladies for being here, especially you just getting off
Yeah.
of work and
And
coming all the way
Yes.
over
I
here.
know, from
You know,
Atlanta.
I know. Atlanta, okay, there's menopause thing
Yes.
sometimes, you know. I'm at my bed, crank up the air just a little bit. I know a miracle probably is like, no, don't.
She's like, what is
Girl,
that?
you ain't with these old ladies long enough. You don't know.
Men will pause.
What's that?
Exactly.
I ain't even putting that. I'll take that back and put that in the atmosphere.
Hey, I want to go with the topic we have today. Our topic that we're talking about today is a topic that I think we really need to touch on because we're all in the social media world today, and everything's social media.
Right.
And with social media, you get likes
Yes.
and you get dislikes, and sometimes it's hard to handle the dislikes.
Right.
Especially when you got only one like and several dislikes, And so I wanted to have this topic today because not only myself encountered something, but actually this week I was online. I visited this gentleman. I'll give him a shout out, but I'll wait until I get his approval. But I'm on his site, and he deals with a lot of church topics where church people have done stuff wrong, like cheating stuff, and he putting it all out there,
Oh,
and he don't know the tea. Yeah, he's spilling the church communion. It's all on the floor. Church communion all on the floor. It's purple all on the floor. He's just spilling it. He's stepping on the crackers and everything.
wow.
But what I'll talk to him and I'll find out if I can
Yeah.
get a plug in there for him in the next show and stuff. But he gets a lot of comments, and of course he gets probably a lot of bad comments. And I was online this week, just a couple of days ago, and this one gentleman was attacking him on social media, and of course everybody can see. And I just looked there, and one person that put this meme up, or whatever you call it, and of this person like eating this popcorn, like because it was some good juice, and he was just going back, and he said something nasty, and the other one said something nasty, and the other one said something nasty, and then people were commenting, and they were saying which side they were on, and so forth, and so forth, and I put a little chime in to say, what is going on here? What's going on? And I was laughing a whole bit, and I'm like, y'all are hilarious.
Wow.
That was what I put in my comments, y'all are hilarious. But then this one girl, which I really appreciate her comment, she said, Regina, she says, I don't take any of this to heart. She said, I don't take any of it to heart because they were coming back and attacking her. She says, I love everybody. She said, I just do it all in fun.
So they were attacking her. Why were they attacking her?
Because she was in the comments too.
Oh.
She was in those comments also. I mean, she was putting up they were memes. It was a meme. She was putting them up. And it was so funny to me. And I just laughed. And she said, you know what? She says, I just laughed it off. I'm okay. But a lot of people don't do that.
Right.
A lot of people don't laugh at it. Have y'all ever had any bad comments? I mean, how's your social media? America, how's your social media?
My social media is not popping. Nothing going on. I don't got a lot of followers. But whenever, you gotta know that with the good, there's the bad. So when you post a picture or you post a comment, it's gonna be 100 people liking it, 100 people not gonna agree with what you're saying. So,
Yeah.
Have you ever had one of those comments where you're like, and you just wanted to?
You say because I'm trying to get addresses. So we can. I don't go back and forth. I just send me the address in the messenger. If you in a 50-mile radius.
If you get the visit.
America pulling up on you. She pulling up on you.
Right. So
She finna pull up in the front yard.
I don't really waste my time going back and forth because it exerts so much. I get so mad, and then especially if I'm at work and I'm on social media, I get so mad, and it affects my work, it affects my colleagues because they don't know where it's coming from. So unless I'm able to pull up, if they're in a whole other state, I know I can't. I can. Give me time though.
Get that flight.
Right.
Get that flight.
Just be there. But if
Get the one way so you don't have no connecting flight. So you know that.
Exactly. But if I can, if I'm in a radius, I'm serious. I'm serious. If I can, then I will. But if I can't get to you, and you just want to go back, I'm not going because there's nothing gonna come out of it. Like you're never gonna see me. I'm never gonna see you in real life. So if I can't do anything, I'm gonna just say do anything.
I think that's why her social media is so low.
Right.
I think that's why.
I got a friend. Right?
I think that's why. But she probably pulled up on a few of them and they unfriended her.
Right.
They were like, no.
What's your address?
She done pulled up on me. I'm unfriended. That's hilarious.
Wow.
Tell me about Deborah. How about you? I mean, how's it been for you?
So far, so good. But now I can say, like, when I first started Facebook a while back, a lot of people wasn't doing, talking about God and spirituality and all that. Back then, I started in 2010. I think that's when it was just when people weren't afraid, So I had people in my inbox just like, I really felt like it was a battle, and I'm like, wow.
So what were they doing in your inbox?
They were, you need to say this and say that, and I'm like, I'm having a battle on Facebook.
Wait, but say what?
They were saying things like, and guys,
I be digging. Girl, Deborah, tell me what they said. What they said.
Who is Jesus or who is, I'm like, really?
Wow.
I'm just out here I went through a lot of that. So until I got to the point where I erase your comment, I don't have to, respond. And when I stopped doing that, I stopped getting the comments. I had guys that, wanted to date me on Facebook.
What they said?
They were like, they actually get mad if you don't give them a play.
Okay, so wait, how does that conversation? That's how it started. That's how it started. See, I've been out the dating game for a long time. My husband's here. I've been out the dating game for a long time. We met in church.
But they were talking about, well, they used to talk. They are not so bad
So
this
social media
time.
did
But
church.
back in the day, they'll snap on you. You're like, wow.
Okay, so I don't know how that inbox thing really works like that.
Right. I don't even use mine. So people don't even, it's Messenger now. It's Messenger.
So I
don't
was
even use my
curious.
Messenger.
Have you ever had any inboxes say, I want to date you?
My inbox is not popping. Not.
Really?
No, I have, of course, but no, you can accept the message or you can decline the message. So I don't accept most of them. I can read them, but they don't see that I read them. So
The most I've gotten was I posted a picture and my mom was in the hospital and God had spoken to me and I says, you need to get ready for war. And I posted a picture and I put on my army jacket. I put my good wig on, my Shaka Khan wig, girl, because that's the battle wig.
okay.
That's the battle wig, because you don't care if it get out of place, because it's already out of place, so you ready for battle, right? So I put that on and got my little jewelry on, and I took my little selfies. Okay, I'm ready. I have a little boots on, my combat boots. I was like, I'm ready. I took my little picture, posted on Facebook, and said, I'm ready for war, right? I started getting so many ding, 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 likes, and everything. So this one gentleman, he was posting, and in the regular comments, that's why I said all these inbox, I'm not too familiar. In the comments, he says, "Hey, beautiful," and I said, "Amen, brother, how you doing?" You know? Hey man, how you doing? Because I also in the post I put where my prayer warriors at. So I think, okay, this brother finna pray for me. He's finna get them out the hospital, you know?
Right.
And
I would have thought that too if I said that, yeah.
you know, and so he says, "I'm good, beautiful. So how was your day today?" And I said, "Blessed." I said, "Blessed." I said, "We about to go in." You know, I'm just like little comments to him. And he kept commenting, and I was like, okay, now something is different. Something is a little off.
He's not ready to go to war.
So I said, okay. So finally, he said something like, "What's your plans for the weekend or holiday or something like that?" And that's when finally the light finally went off. You know, I'm a little slow sometimes. I'm a little, you know, I told you I've been on the game for a long time. I mean, it's almost 20 years. We didn't even have social media back then.
Right.
It was put a letter in a postcard or something like that and mail it to somebody. Check one if you like me, check two if you don't, that kind of thing. But with my husband, I'm thinking, okay, he said, "What I'm doing for the week." Did we go back that far?
I don't know.
I don't even know what that's What's that? What's menopause? What's that?
You know men will pause.
Because we say a message in a bottle.
What's message in the bottle?
Oh my goodness, that message in the bottle is, she's so funny. You know, Pirates of the Caribbean, put a message in the bottle. But anyway, so going back,
Right.
I said, okay, now I gotta think about this, how I'm gonna answer this one. Because, you know, I hate when I send a comment and nobody replies, so I was trying to be sympathetic. But when he posted that, I said, I gotta figure out how I'm gonna do this. So he said, "So what you doing for the weekend?" So I said, "My husband and I are planning on blah, blah, blah." So then he turns back, "Oh, you married?" And I said, "Yes, happily married, 2 children." So he says, "I'm sorry, I didn't know you were married." I said, "I'm sorry, next time when I take a picture, I'm gonna put my ring finger up," or something like that, you know? So you'll know. He says, "Well, I apologize," and he was so cute. He said, "I apologize. I didn't mean to, you know, be offended," or something like that. He said, and he said, "You know, have a great day. Your husband's got your husband has a beautiful wife," or something to the effect.
Right.
And I said, "Well, thank you," you know. So I'm like, okay, we're good with that.
Right.
But that's probably the closest that I've gotten. You know, that's probably the closest that I've gotten to, you know, that. But anything other than that, I don't know. And that's why I was asking, how do people really, you know?
I don't go into my messenger. You have some crazy comment, "Hi beautiful," "Hi this," and "Hi that." "Where are you going? Where are you from?" And I'll be like, you know, and then you have all these chain letters. So I don't even want to do the messenger because it's just
Ridiculous.
I just don't like it.
Well, I remember I posted something about the church. We were having something for one of the holidays. And I posted a picture of some gifts that we were giving out.
Right.
And this one person, and we posted it from the church site, and this one person posted that, "Don't accept anything from that person," hit decline. "Don't accept anything from that person," something, blah, blah, blah. So I quickly just pressed delete, went to their page, and unfriended. That was it. Because I was not about to go back and forth with somebody who disagreed with what I was doing, especially on a church site. But there have been times when people have come on my page, and like you said, we're talking about God, and one person came on my page and they said,
have a date.
"Why?" No, this person said, "Why are you dating?" Are you dating? Look, we're dating Jesus. He said, "Why are you talking about Jesus? That's the white man's God. You're black. I saw on your profile you're black, and we're supposed to serve Allah or something." And I said, "Well, the preference is whatever your preference is. My preference is to serve Jesus Christ."
Right.
And the person was like, "Oh, you are serving the wrong God," and all that, and back and forth.
What's wrong there?
You know, I was like, how do you handle stuff like that? I just stopped commenting. I just didn't comment, and then I unfollowed that one too, because I learned the unfollow button real quick.
Right.
I learned that one real quick.
Okay.
I mean, really, how would you handle something like that?
Which one? The
She'll
Jesus
drive
part?
up. Mm-hmm.
The Jesus part?
Yeah, that's
I don't really talk about God on my social media because politics, God, woke, yes, like this movement, being woke, stuff like that.
The conscious.
Yeah, like
Yeah, the
being woke,
conscious.
yeah.
See, that's a millennial thing. I don't know.
Right.
That's a millennial thing. We're gonna have to talk about that.
Right. Popping melanin, team natural. I don't really talk about stuff like that on my social because I already have enough controversy on my social media because I don't really bite. I'm that person that's under the comments. If I see something like, I'm doing better though. I don't really.
So maybe my
Right, I don't really comment. Now I just keep scrolling.
Okay.
Now I just keep scrolling.
Okay.
But if someone approached me about something or my opinion on my page, I just reiterate that it's my opinion on my page. So, I mean, it's not really, I don't, if I have to, go to their page, delete them and block them. But it never gets that serious because, like I said, it doesn't.
Really?
Right, but the whole dating thing, if they inbox me, oh, hey, beautiful, I click on their page, you cute.
I love it.
right.
But yeah.
But how many times somebody gonna post a real picture? From what I'm hearing,
Right.
A lot of that's going on. They're not even posting their real
Right.
pictures. And then people are in the comments. I have seen some comments
Right.
and some Facebook pages where people like, that's not even him, it's a her. Or that's not even her, it's a him. Or, some craziness. Or
Right.
he's a cheater and here's pictures of him with this woman, that woman. And they're just putting all their mess on social media.
Yeah, that's what it is. Social
You know?
media, that's,
Yeah.
I mean,
That's what it is.
that's what
But
it
you
is.
know what? I don't get a lot of comments.
Mhm.
Now I get, like on my posts, they be like, amen, praise
Okay.
God, hallelujah. So, right. So, I don't get now, a long time ago I did, but not
You don't
now.
block all of them.
Because
And I don't even see all those crazy stuff.
y'all social media is geared toward God. Like nobody,
Yeah.
no,
They don't really
the,
fight-
all
they
the
don't fight God.
all the hoodlums and the little.
They fighting on
Right.
yours?
They not doing all of that with Jesus. Y'all got the same page. If you open your page up to the
Right, it's got the
hooligans.
anointing. You're gonna get
Exactly,
saved.
y'all got the lessons on your page. That's not what's going on.
Okay.
So I think we need to open a hoodlum page.
Right.
Open one of them fake ID pages.
Right.
The hoodlum
What's
page.
really
Then
going
you'll see
on
what's
out
really
there.
going on.
We see what's going on. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna have to no, I'm gonna just go on the miracles page. I'm just
Yeah.
My
just gonna
my
go
page
over
ain't
it.
that lit because I wear all my clothes. You see.
Oh, and that's another thing, that's
So
the
you
truth.
get some that
You know they out there, that's why they got a million
Right.
followers.
Mhm.
That's why they got a million followers. I ain't take my jacket off yet, and I think I got a few hundred.
Now that's something we should talk about one day.
Yeah.
Why do the crazy stuff go viral?
Yeah. What's your thought? From a millennial point of view.
Well, some of the crazy stuff is relatable. It's just that some people don't put it on social media. So whenever we see it and we can relate to it, it's funny because
It's just a funny thing.
it's some stuff is funny, but some stuff is crazy, and I don't know why it goes viral. And I think it just makes like that.
Yeah.
Catch me outside. How about that? That girl.
Oh my goodness.
That was, I don't know. She really got famous, and she really is making money.
I don't understand that either. I mean,
It's just,
who catching her outside anyway? She should have got somebody with a belt to catch her outside.
Right.
What
'cause-
happened? She got
Allegedly, this young lady made this song or something, and I guess it was like
No, she was actually cursing on her mom on Dr. Phil or somebody like that. And
Yeah.
some lady in the crowd checked her, and she was like, "Well, you can catch me outside. How about that?" And then social media remixed it. Catch me outside. How about that? Anyway, it became a song,
Oh,
and then it went
God.
viral. And then now she's making
So allegedly, she's out here making all this money off her like crazy, stuff. or
riding
whatever.
horses. And stuff.
But really, and that's like you said, this stuff.
the crazy stuff go viral. I look at some stuff and I'll be like, wow, really?
But what's crazy? What's crazy stuff?
Right.
Like fighting, like somebody got their head busted. Who wants to see that? Who wants to see somebody getting shot up?
Right.
Who wants to? I don't want to see that.
I don't want to see that.
I have watched some fights
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
on social media.
Right.
I have been like, oh my God,
Right.
what, look, what?
Right.
And I tell my husband, hey, look at this, look. Because some of it, I mean, now,
Well, yeah.
if I see the beginning first, because I don't catch me in the middle. Don't catch me in the middle. I want to see what you did to get this butt whooping that you got.
Right.
I want to see.
Right.
Because maybe you deserve that
Right.
butt whooping,
Right.
and maybe I'm going to be laughing and say, I bet you'll never do that again. So I sometimes I watch some of them.
Yeah.
But some of the other stuff, no, I'm not. And what I don't
What's
like,
crazy to you, like something that's going
what's
on?
crazy, you know what's really crazy to me on social media is, what's crazy to me is how a person will not take a full video, a full comment, and give the full explanation of what's happening. Instead, what they do is they chop it up, break it down to only show the piece they want that to be shown. For instance, I saw online this gentleman was standing in front of these group of teen girls, the white gentleman standing in front of these group of teen girls, and they were black girls, and this white gentleman was standing in front of them, and this one black girl was confronting him, and she was ready, she was threatening, I don't do this to you, and she cursing and she all this and that, blah, blah, blah. And she charged at the man, and the man punched her. So social media was all saying, oh, he beat her up, and this white guy beat this girl up. Well, I did some digging, and I found out that the video had been chopped. And what happened was they were in school. They never said they were in school. They were in school, and he was a teacher, and he was protecting the two girls because the one girl was trying to beat up the other girl.
Right.
So she had already charged at him a couple of times, and he pushed her away, and this time she charged her, and he just decked her. And that's what they didn't show. They didn't show what happened before. And they were putting it as though he wasn't protecting the girls. They were putting it as though he just was charging at this girl he was fighting one-on-one. So I don't like when people chop. Just tell me the whole truth and let me decide what I want to believe. You know, what I wanna like. Stuff like that. And then some of the other foolery, I just don't deal with some of the other, crazy stuff. I just, the porn, I ain't with that stuff. Like you said, I don't want to see you with your clothes off. I got a husband for that. I don't want to do that.
Right.
That's just not my cup of tea.
Right.
But it seems to be everybody else's cup of tea.
With his clothes. You are not my husband. Put your, it's just.
She got to take a Holy Ghost
I'm
break.
sorry.
She got to take a Holy Ghost pause. Did you see it, Miracle? She said,
I ain't got you.
I mean,
I ain't got no little. I ain't got a
well,
husband.
Miracle, what's your?
I ain't got a husband.
Well, Miracle, listen, your mom, Z Hazy, I know she's watching. She's not here, but there was a comment made on one of the shows where Z was talking about Mother's Day, and she said she didn't get no gift from some of
that
y'all.
one-sided thing that you was talking about earlier. Is that what you talking about? That one-sided thing where she just
We don't hear the whole story.
Oh, right, the
Okay, so
one-sided
tell
thing.
us.
Oh, well, I actually did come to my mom's house. I actually was going to take her to a Mother's Day brunch.
Okay.
Because I won a Mother's Day brunch off, I think it was 97.9 or V103. It doesn't matter. I won some tickets, and I was like, hey, get dressed. We're going to the Mother's Day brunch.
Right.
And she was like, I'm really not up to it. I'm tired.
Oh, see, it's a whole nother story.
Right, so I pull up to her house.
Because you don't pull up on somebody.
Because you know I pull up.
She'll pull up on somebody.
And
she got that address.
she wasn't even there. So where was she coming from?
What?
Your house.
Oh, wait, I'm in it? Oh, no.
So it was like around 2 o'clock at this time. So I'm like, wow. I thought you was too tired to go out to move. Mind you, I bought her a gift. I bought her something to wear. I bought her some
What?
flowers.
All that?
Yeah. Yes,
Z.
I did. Also, my friend actually bought her a gift too.
Wait a minute. Now,
So, right.
Shout out to Z.
Right.
We love you, Z.
But wait a minute, Z.
And her birthday was the month before.
Okay.
Right. And she got gifts then too.
Oh, she got gifts, because we were at the dinner. We were at the dinner.
Yes.
I saw the nice
the dinner
thing.
that who coordinated.
You did.
Her favorite.
Girl, it was nice,
Right,
too.
that was
It was
me.
nice.
That was me.
Yes.
Did she pay for her dinner?
No, she didn't.
Oh, did she?
No, she didn't.
Why do I get the feeling like you wanted to come?
Say, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
The record straight.
No, because I wanted to hear the other side of that. I wanted to hear the other side from one of the daughters. But I didn't know I was a part of the story. And I'm sorry.
My name is Hess. I ain't in this now.
I just want you to know she got 5 kids. I'm the middle child, and I'm the only one that stay here.
Z, you got some explaining to do.
Mm.
You got some explaining to do. Hey, but you did. That was a nice part. You know, and I love when kids really honor their parents.
Yeah.
Okay, you may not have done as much, you know, what she wanted you to do, but like you said, you pulled up on her.
Right.
And I had plans
She
for
wasn't
her.
there.
And
You
I
had
had
plans.
plans, and she,
You not only had plans, you had outfit.
right,
You had outfit.
right. And she ended up going somewhere else, spending her day somewhere else. I don't know where she was coming from. And then when I pulled up, I was looking like, where you coming from? Because you were so tired. You couldn't come to the brunch. You were so tired.
So Z, that's how you gotta tell the whole story. You gotta tell the whole story now. Cause I mean that dinner was nice though. You pulled that thing together. That was really nice. And thank you so much for inviting me. And I want to come to more because anywhere there's food, I want to be there.
And whenever you
I am for the
know
food.
that I love to eat too.
I'm here for food too.
Thank
I'm
you.
here for food.
Yes, we're here for the food.
Pull up I'll pull up. Okay, I'll pull up this time. Yeah.
Hey, I want to do something. I know these comments and stuff. We'll get back to some of those, but I think the best thing for people to do when it comes to these comments is, like Miracle said first, you know, sometimes you just have to delete or just keep scrolling.
Right.
Keep scrolling because, first of all, you don't want to make an enemy. And second of all, you don't want to make an enemy out of somebody you don't know. Because there's a lot of locals out here, a lot of crazies out here. And she, and they might be like a Miracle gonna pull up on you. You gonna be DMing her and she gonna be like, okay baby, give me your address. And then you're gonna be on and literally popping. You know, so.
Those bad videos y'all were talking about, that mess.
And I apologize for the little cough. I had my nephew.
Yeah.
He's 10 months old. I had him for 2 weeks. That little joker came in here. And yeah, I had him for 2 weeks, y'all. And I'm over 50. I don't know why somebody over 50 want to be having babies at this age.
And this was the second one you had.
Yeah, this one, I keep him on up. I love my niece, hey Michelle. Shout out, she watching. But little baby King, and he on the move, and he done went out and came back and done gave us a cold, me and my husband. And so I'm just getting rid of this little bit of cough. So apologies to that, but I don't know why women want to have these babies. I need to be in somebody's comments who over 50 still having babies. That's the comments I need to be in because that's just ridiculous. That don't make no sense. Hey, there's something I want to do. I want to show you guys this that I have. It's called, I'll pick it up later. There's this little game here, and it's called Chill Chat Challenge.
Okay.
Chill Chat Challenge.
Is that something we can ready to
It sounds like
do?
truth or dare.
Yeah, I know, right? I thought we would try it out today
Okay.
and see how it is. There's questions in here, and what this game is geared to do, I got this online, and it's really geared to connect generations together. And I'm so glad Miracle's
You
here.
want it open?
No, I got the ones down there that we're going to use. I'm so glad Miracle's here because what it does is it's designed to have people connect, older generation, younger generation, middle generation, teens, and so forth, connect with questions.
Right.
So I picked out a couple, and I have some cards here.
Well, I want to clarify, I'm not like my generation though.
Oh.
Do not clarify. Let them know.
I want to remove myself from my generation.
Oh.
I'm ashamed.
Explain. Yeah, that's what we're here for. I love this. I love this.
I
Yes.
am ashamed.
Let's do.
I really don't have, I'm just ashamed. Everything that I see, people, I don't even have friends in the same age bracket as me. Like, I don't even hang out with people my age because I can't.
So what are you?
Can't. I'm trying, but he can't.
What are they doing though?
Wow.
I mean, the mess that you see on social media, that's my people. Those are my, that's my age.
Okay.
And the people that I see I went to high school with, those are my people on Facebook, getting their wigs snatched off and, you know. And then Facebook has those memory things. They're like, oh, last year you was doing this. Last year you commented this. And I just be so ashamed, like, stop it. I mean, delete it. Because I'm not that person anymore, but my friends are still stuck.
Yeah.
Down there.
And you know what? I'm glad you brought that up because
That's good.
you said, like she
Yeah.
said, I'm not that person anymore. And it does take maturity and growth to get to that point.
But I still pull up.
Yes, you'll pull up. But see, you gotta be mature to do that because you gotta be able to drive anyway.
Right.
So, but at least she's not at that point where
Right.
you're just gonna go back and forth with the
Right.
silliness.
Right. But
You know?
so maybe, well, see, I'm getting ready to talk on spiritual. I know Z. Z, peace. You know. But okay. But maybe you see something not matured and, you know, whatever other reasons that you see things differently, maybe you can help your generation.
You said maybe I can help.
Yeah, what do you think? I mean, you know, with the help of God, you know. of
That's
course.
why I follow Pastor right here. I follow her. I can help bring them in. If they don't want to come, I'm not picking them out. I pull up to do others. I don't pull up.
Okay.
She not pulling up to be a church van.
No.
She gonna pull up and take them out. She gonna pull up and take them out.
Church.
They can come to church.
They can come to church.
Exactly.
So,
They can come to church.
That's how we gonna spread.
That's how we gonna do that.
I really, it's too many of them. I mean, I can't save them all. I can't. I can try. And a lot of people don't take constructive criticism well.
That's true.
So they'll post something, and if it's my friend, either you post it in their inbox or you post it under the comment, and if I say something, they'll take it as though I'm attacking them or I'm not agreeing with their opinion, which I probably don't. They're like, hey, maybe you should take this down. This don't look, you know what I'm saying? Your house is dirty in the background. You got diapers hanging from the wall in the background. Maybe you should take this picture down. Clean up your room before you take it. Oh, don't worry about my own bills. Alright, alright.
Well, I'm glad you made that point also. People can't take constructive criticism.
Right, that's true.
And a lot of times what some people, when they're replying in the comments, they're really trying to give that constructive criticism, like you said. Like, okay, boo-boo, before you take this video next time, take them diapers off the wall.
Right.
You know, stuff like that.
Right.
You know,
And
and
you're actually just trying
Right.
to
Just put some clothes on the babies. I don't know.
right.
Something like that.
Yeah, wow.
Right.
Right.
But like you said, a lot of people, they don't want to, you know,
Yeah.
to do. They don't want to take that constructive criticism. But you know, hey, what we gonna do? No, you're good. What they're just saying is just keep it closer to your mouth. That's okay. Okay. So here's the let's try this and see how this goes. These cards we gonna mix them up a little bit.
Oh, some of them are great.
We gotta,
Yeah.
because I need on my glasses.
That's that over 50
we all
talk.
I mean, I'm not blind though, but
Okay, these are the kids. These are the ones for the kids. So I'm gonna put those aside. We're gonna use the adult ones.
okay.
Okay, these are the ones for the teens. And while we're setting this up, I want to give a shout out to the partnership program, Close Breeder Partnership Program. Now, the partnership program is a program that Samaria is the director of. And this partnership program is a great program. We have it here on our screens. If you want more information about the partnership program is designed to help mentor and help at-risk teens and children, even adults. If you're having a problem situation, you need somewhere to go, resources where to turn to. We're there to help you to get those programs that you need, to connect you with programs that you need. And we also have mentoring programs as well. And Zamaria is our director for that. It's a great program. People they don't know where to go.
Right.
You have a crisis going on. There's so many things that the governments and even your local cities may have, or just local organizations may have. You may not be aware of where those resources are. Join up with the partnership program. We're going to get you connected to those organizations so that you can get the help that you need. As well as we do mentoring programs to help those as well. We have great mentorship programs. So get more information about the partnership program. Go to our brand new website. We're still designing it, so if there's some things on there that are not the way they should, then what you do is go to our website, thepartnershipprogram.org, or if you want more information, visit one of our social media sites on YouTube or Facebook, and we go get you connected, because we want our youth to be educated, to be healthy, wealthy, and wise, and we want them to get the help that they need, as well as adults that are struggling, either mentally, financially, socially, whatever it is. We want to be able to help, and we don't want to just do it ourselves. And that's why the partnership program is designed. We're not here to do it ourselves. The partnership program is designed to connect with other people. Take that load off of us, because one thing I like to do, I like to sleep. I don't like nothing disrupting my sleep.
Yeah, that could be a
So I don't take on more than I can do. So
Absolutely.
y'all call Z. She's in charge of that. She's in charge of that. Let's try this. Let's do this. Let's pick a card. And then what you'll do is, a miracle, you're gonna pick that and you're gonna ask, let's ask Deborah, let's see what's on there.
If you could go back in time and change something you did or didn't do, what would it be?
Okay.
Okay. If I can go back in time and change something that, say that once more,
That you did or didn't do.
that I did or didn't do, what would it be? if I can go back in time and change something I didn't do, what would it be? I would have probably, sorry, I would probably have not gotten married and
Oh.
probably would have just gone on and did the things that I knew I was supposed to do.
Ooh.
And yeah.
Yes. Ooh. So wait.
I don't regret it. I'm just saying if I, if we can go back in time, if we
You go back in time.
Yeah.
There's two husbands I probably wouldn't marry. Sorry, Israel, he's still my best friend. Yeah, because there are two before my husband now. I finished this one. Two girls. Yeah, but I know one of them.
Anybody want some juice?
I can agree with you on one of them. I would have never married that one, especially a week before the wedding. He came home in the dead of the summer when it was like 110 degrees in Miami, and he came to mama's house with the turtleneck on, and the turtleneck on, and the blue suede pants on, like he was coming from the prom of the 70s. And I was like, why you got that hot turtleneck on? It's 900 degrees out here. And he said, oh, I'm just cold. And he was already fat, so it wasn't like fat men always, allegedly, fat men are always cold. But when he fell asleep on the sofa, I was able to pull that collar down off that turtleneck and see what he was trying to hide, which was the hickeys that I didn't put there.
Well, you said 1 week before the wedding, or
1 week before the wedding, though. 1 week before the wedding.
But you said
I
before.
thought maybe he was mentally ill.
I'm not really following because you said before, so that means you got married.
I got married anyway.
Oh,
How dumb is that?
just being clear.
See? So that thing that I would not have done was like you said. I would have said that 1 week because, and it's so funny. We do things to please people. So I went and told my mama. I said, Mom, he got this hickey on his neck. I ain't marrying him. She said, girl, I done sold all these 12 dresses. She said, girl, and I done put all this time in. You getting married. That was one time I wish I would have told Mama, hell no. I'm sorry. I'm
thing.
I wish I would have told Mama.
Because back then, I don't know how it is.
Try.
Okay, I'm trying to Okay.
Don't try to change the subject. We are marriage. We are marriage.
Go ahead.
Failed marriages, last
No,
whatever.
don't get me wrong. I had a good husband. Don't get me wrong. And I'm really grateful for my children. But I'm saying, was a fifth, I guess we all be drunk. But
Wait, what? What?
right here.
Wait,
Okay, stop.
girl.
Let me go back.
You said something about the reception in the back of you don't know what we do now or something?
Oh, no, I was saying that back in the day, a lot of times we got married for, most of us I'm not going to say most of us, I'm only going to speak for myself. I got married for the wrong reasons. I got married to leave home, and then I was pregnant, so my husband that ended up my husband should have been my best friend.
Ooh,
because if we
I
should
know
have,
that.
I think we were, and then when he passed away we were better friends than we were in the marriage after we separated and divorced. 'Cause we was always friends first. Because he would always take me from situations, always was the deliverer, should I say that. So,
Okay.
Yeah, so I ended up marrying my hero, which should have been just my best friend. Because in the end, we still ended up best friends, even when he was on his dying bed. I asked him if he wanted to accept God in his heart, and he was, he did it. So,
Nice.
I knew he went on to be with the Father. So that made, it was
Yeah.
when I know his
Mine's
soul
still alive.
is rest. Yeah, well, praise God for that.
Praise him.
Yeah.
A miracle. I'm gonna have you as our regular fourth guest on the show. You have to come every week. You just have to come every week. Can you imagine her and Z both on the sofa together?
Oh, no.
Oh, we gotta do that. We
Yeah, that would
we
be
have
awesome,
got to
really.
do this. Yes, that's funny. You said that you married your best friend.
Right.
And I had a situation where I was in high school and I had a best friend, and
so you don't see them like that. You don't
Right.
see them as your, a husband. I always seen him as my best friend.
And I think that's what a lot of women mess up. They take their best
Exactly.
friend, the
Yeah.
best friend, and they try to make it the
Right.
boyfriend, or they try to make it the
Exactly.
husband. And when my best friend, we were very best friends, good friends, and then when we tried to date each other, it not only messed up the friendship,
It's just
it
a
messed
whole
up the
different
dating and
ball
all
game.
that.
You
So
know,
are you
This was my best friend back before I met my husband.
Right.
right? So what I'm gathering is
Yeah.
you don't want to be best friends with.
No. Okay, then I got you. So I don't want to mess up y'all young people mind or the older people.
What?
Okay,
I don't get
what
what
I'm
you
saying.
saying.
What I'm saying is,
Wait.
she right. I like that.
Because you
what
said-
I'm saying, I want to be truthful. I want romantically like attracted in that way. I wasn't even ready for all that. You know
Okay,
what
I
I'm saying?
understand.
So I think we would have been better off as friends
Okay,
instead of marriage. You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
so you wasn't
yeah.
like in love with him that way. You was just you
I loved him as my friend,
Right.
as my hero, and I looked up to him. He, but not as
Yeah.
intimate. Like.
But you let all that go and you married
and
him
I married
anyway.
him, 'cause and I
Well,
didn't know
me-
any better.
I'm married to,
But
I'm married
glad
now.
I did.
I'm married
Yeah.
now. My husband is a wonderful person. Actually, my
Wonderful.
husband wasn't my best friend when we were friends. He saw me at church, and his knees just buckled,
Oh wow.
and he was about to tie the table, and he was about to grab one of them envelopes
And put all his money.
I put all his money in it. And I walked by and I had this little black skirt on that was fit because the body was banging back in the
I'm
day.
still banging.
It was banging, it was a pow. And I walked by and his knee just buckled by that tile and envelope. And thank God that tile and table was there because he had grabbed on,
Oh, baby.
But in the foyer, I thought it was going on under the anointing. But he and I became friends. We weren't like best of friends, but we became friends. And I learned his situation. He was going through something, and actually, my mom is the one who said, because we were at church, and I saw him, and he was like real angry at somebody, and we were getting ready to pray, and they were calling people up to the pulpit. The church pastor called everybody up to the pulpit. Let's pray. And he walked up, and he was standing behind this man. He was like, and I said, "Oh, he's gonna kill somebody right in front of the pastor." Yes, he was my husband then, but I was just looking. I just came to church, and I'm, who is this man about to kill somebody? I said, "Oh, I hope the pastor can resurrect, because somebody about to die right now." So he's standing there, and I told my mom after we prayed, I said, "Who is that guy? Because he's about to kill somebody."
Wow.
And my mom said, "Well, he's going through a situation. You guys are going through the same thing. Maybe y'all can talk." At that time, I was going through a divorce,
Right.
and found out he was going through a divorce,
Okay.
and his divorce was terrible
Wow.
at the time.
Yeah.
And I was, mom said, "Well, maybe you need to talk to him because y'all going through something." I ain't talking to that guy crazy. He look like he's about to kill somebody.
Right.
But I found out later on what happened, and when I found out what happened, I was probably almost ready to kill the guy with him.
Oh.
Right.
But from that we
Bonnie and
became.
Clyde.
Girl, no, not Bonnie and Clyde, because they died in the end. But found me somebody else that lived. Found me somebody that lived, and I'll be them. but we became friends. We did start dating,
Right.
and it wasn't until after we got married that we became best friends.
Oh, okay.
And I don't know how to explain that, but it was, after we got married,
You guys grew. Yeah.
we grew. I mean, we were husband and wife, and then, it came to this best friend thing, now. So,
Right.
but one thing I'm like you. I wish I wouldn't have married that first one. I wish I wouldn't have. Let's.
No, now I don't want to say he was, because I got a baby. My daughter is, I got a daughter by this man. So I'm grateful that,
Of course.
and I'm glad we had a daughter. But
Of
I'm just
course.
saying, if I can go back and turn around the hands of time, I'm just trying to tell young people, if you have, before you even have kids, or even if you have kids now, and you have a goal and a dream, and that is something that will probably change lives, then don't do what you have to do.
But don't be so quick to jump.
But
Yeah.
in the state of Georgia,
Yeah.
you got about 6 weeks to decide.
Oh, aren't they supposed to be changing something now?
That is all.
Aren't they supposed to be changing? They're supposed to be changing something.
Change what?
I We're gonna bring it up on that.
Subject.
Let's go to this one. Okay, let's go to this one. Okay, I'm gonna ask you this. Okay, a miracle. What do you think is your purpose in life? That's probably an easy one.
I don't like that.
To pull up.
Pull
Pull
up.
it up on phone. You know what?
What's your purpose in life? What do you think your purpose in life is?
That's what I'm still struggling with.
Okay.
Like, and I ask like my mentors, I'm trying
Yeah.
to see, I be trying to get answers, be taking all these tests, like what I'm supposed to be doing in life. My
Right.
mom asked me that question like when I was like 10. It was like,
Do you like talking to people?
I do. I love talking to people, but if they don't take my advice, I don't like them talking. Don't talk
Would
to
you
me.
like to be a coach or a
wow.
counselor? Because I see you.
Yeah, but you gotta go to school. I don't
Oh,
want
you
to.
don't want to.
I don't want
Well, wait a minute, Deborah.
Okay.
You can't have her be the school counselor
No,
because
not a school
she's like,
counselor.
she said if she gives them advice and they don't
They
take
don't-
it,
I just
she
feel
like,
like I know there's different ways to do things,
Right.
but if I can see the path, and
Right.
you can't
There
see
you
the
go.
path,
Right.
then and I'm trying to get you on the path. Just listen to me. I got you. You know?
Right, but I'm saying it don't have to be, signed in ink and,
Mhm.
stamped with a stamp or anything like that. I see you as someone that talks to people and counsel,
Mentoring.
counsel- right.
But I like doing
But
that.
see, you
she
can
probably
get,
got a position at the
You can
partnership
get-
program.
right, you can get paid for that. And once you start encouraging people
Yeah.
or, having them to come to your office, like you say, you can foresee what they can't. You will know if they're doing what they do. It's up to you at that point because you're getting paid. Whether
But she
you wanna
wants
keep
them to
going.
be on that path, and what
Right.
she's saying is, and correct me if I'm wrong, I won't mind.
Mhm.
She wants them to be on that path while she's trying to take them on that path.
Right, right.
You don't want them to be like over here somewhere. And
Well,
you
no,
still-
obviously that's where they're going to be if they're coming to me. So
Good.
they're not going to be on that path if they're coming to me.
Mhm.
So I get easily frustrated because I'm an empath. So I just feel like when people tell me their problems, and if I know the answer,
Right.
not guessing, but if I really truly know the
Right.
answer, and then you don't take heed, I'm just like, you wasted all my time.
Oh.
Because I really know the answer to your problem, and I'm trying to help you, and then you just ended up doing whatever. So you wasted my time. If I get paid for it,
That's
That's
not
what
a
I'm
waste of
saying,
time.
because then it becomes a profession,
Yeah.
a professional,
Yeah.
a career, and then you can, once you see people,
Pick one.
oh God, once you see people not going in the direction, thank you, that you have told them, or, you're counseling, you can stop at that point. You can say, I see we're not, going anywhere with this. I feel like you did
Yeah.
all this, and then I don't feel it's
Is that
fair for
something
me
you
to
said
do
you want
more.
to do something like that, right?
right? But,
Mhm.
but again, I think
Are you still on? I think you're on.
I did.
Okay, let's get the other one. Just you okay? I'm in the. You're still alive. She's still alive. But I think if that's something that that she wants to do,
Yeah.
right?
I did want to say something to follow
Sure.
really
Yeah.
quickly.
Yeah.
But when you asked if they don't listen to me, then I
Right.
just want to stop. No, because some people do take a little bit longer.
Right.
Some people take the extra push, like they have to
Yeah.
fall
Yeah.
down so many times to figure it out.
Exactly.
So I don't just kick them to the curb and
Right.
be like, don't come back if you don't want to listen.
Right.
That's good.
I do
yeah.
make sure, like, all right, I know they're going to come back, like this one person in particular, I don't name them, but she just texts me all the time, and it's the same situation. I'll be like, but you know, though. But okay. But
And they
at
just
that
not
point,
ready.
I don't repeat myself until I know
Right.
that she's really going to
Right.
listen.
And that's what a good counselor
That's
needs
good,
to do.
right.
Okay, girl.
I see
Z,
things like
you know that counseling position we have at the partnership program?
9 to 5.
Because you like me, we like to sleep. We gonna sleep. Don't be calling us no midnight hours. That's a 911 call. Don't call us. What you got? And I guess your question is for me. No, your question is for me.
Not for me.
Okay.
Okay, go
Okay,
ahead.
what you got?
Okay, what keeps you up at night?
Nothing. Not a thing.
Okay.
Not a thing. I tell you, I sleep at night. I have learned. Get your rest. I don't worry about work. I don't worry about family. I don't worry about church. I don't worry about neighbors. I don't worry about nothing. I put my head to the pillow and I'm out. What I used to worry about
Yes.
are all the things I just mentioned. But I had to learn
Yeah.
and now we're gonna go back to church. I had to learn how to trust
Right.
and who I call my God. And that gives me the peace
I'm sorry. Yeah.
to know that, okay, if they sick over here and they sick over there and this one going through that and work, I had to learn, listen, work gonna be there tomorrow, and if I'm not here tomorrow, then somebody else gonna take care of it. I ain't worried about that. Family over here, okay, you got this situation, I'm gonna help you during the time and hours that I can't help you. When I can't help you, okay, I'm done with that. My husband, okay, if there's a problem, whatever, okay, we gonna kiss, make up. If you ain't happy when your head would hit the pillow, well, I'm happy my head hit the pillow. I ain't worried about. I have learned to just go to sleep.
Yeah, tell my mom.
Right.
It took me a long time. I have been telling her.
Yeah.
See, I've been telling you, girl,
Do that.
stop running and ripping,
Stop
ripping and running. Z will call me. She said, "Now we need to go over here at this time." I said, "Okay, what time? What hours are we talking about?" Because
Right.
you know, I got to go to sleep. I'm like you said, 9 to 5,
Yeah.
and sometimes I'm 10 to 2.
Right, that's what I do.
Sometimes I'm 10 to 2.
That's 4 hours.
You know, I don't care what.
That's okay.
When it's time for me to go to sleep, sometimes my husband and I would go to sleep at 4 o'clock. I call my mom, I'm going to sleep. I'll see you tomorrow. She said, it's 4 in the evening. That's all right. It's night time for me.
Right.
Because I will go sleep because I trust. I'm not worried about the bills. I'm not
Well,
worried
see, I
about
just-
no.
I wish I could go to sleep in the
What
day.
keeps you up at night then?
I'm talking about
She
at
said
4
daytime.
o'clock,
She's
you
talking
know,
about
in the evening.
Oh, girl,
Yeah,
it's easy. You just go
no,
like
I
this.
be so tired and doing so much. When I get to bed, I just, you know, I have to make sure my clothes off and everything. Because if I go to bed, I'm going to be out for the count. I
Yeah.
don't even know when I went to sleep. I just know when I lay in that bed, I'm gone.
Exactly. Exactly.
I be so tired.
I have no
Yeah.
worries, and I have learned that. I really have.
Yeah.
I really have. When we
No,
go-
I was saying I can't go to sleep like in the evening, like 10, well, maybe like 2 and 4 and all that.
Now, sometimes I have a hard time taking a nap.
Okay, yes.
I have a hard time taking a nap, but when my head hit the pillow, come night time, if night time at 4 o'clock
That's a
or
blessing.
8 o'clock,
That's
Z even told me she said, "Now Regina go to bed early." I had my cousin and she had called me the other day. She said, "I'm referring you a client because my husband does real estate," and she said, "I'm referring you a client," and I told them if you call Chloe's phone and don't get Chloe's, then call Regina. But she said if you call Regina, call her before 8 because she go to bed early. I even have it where everybody in the family know there's a certain time
Oh, wow.
I'm going to sleep.
Right.
When Baby King was here, he was used to going to sleep at 10 and midnight because his mama would, let him stay up. Baby King had to learn. 8 o'clock, it's time to go to bed. The Baby King had to pop that pacifier in the mouth, put that bottle in the mouth or something, but we going to sleep around here. But that's what we did. Let's, any other topic y'all want to talk about? Or you want to do one more round of these cards? We got we actually only got a few seconds left.
Yeah.
You want to do one? Let's pull one more card. Let's put Deborah in the hot seat. Let's get Deborah.
what's the hot seat
I'm always
doing?
in the hot
Let's pick one card and put Deborah in the hot seat. Let's do that. Okay, this is gonna be Deborah.
Alright. What is your view on gay,
Aw.
transgender,
Put me in the hot
and transsexual people? What is your view on
I'm
gay,
done.
transgender, and transsexual people?
What a great way to close out the show!
Come on. Come on, get it to me. You got a lot to tell how
We
this
just got a few more
What do
minutes.
you mean when you say what I'm out?
What do you
We got
feel?
5
How do you
more
feel? How do you feel about gay, transgender,
How do you feel?
transsexual people? You know what those are, right? Right. Transgender. Oh, all right now.
Miracle. I'm probably gonna need a miracle right now. Now let me see. What do I feel?
That is such a
How I
good
feel personally, being whatever. You know, I don't. To be truthful, I don't really judge people in that way. Now, if they ask me what am I wrong for, what do you think of me being gay, or is that wrong according to, the word?
Well, according to you,
Okay, according
is
to
it an
me,
abomination to you, or are you just going off?
do I feel like it's
Yeah.
an abomination?
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel personally?
How do you
Right.
feel?
To
We
be
know what the
honest,
Bible says.
We gonna put
I
Z in the
have-
hot seat
okay.
next week.
Okay. Y'all, I'm gonna get y'all.
She went to that Holy Ghost mode.
But,
Hold on. That's what she went to that mode.
I actually actually had
I ain't
a
say
gay friend a long time ago.
Okay.
And me and him was like really close.
Right.
Had not I known him, then I'd probably just be, that just from what I
Bash.
heard
I
about
love
the,
that.
word. But, this person, we were like real close, and I didn't see him like that. You know what I'm saying? I seen his heart.
You knew he was, but
Right.
you didn't see him.
Right, I just seen his heart. So if I can just see your heart, I try to see people's heart. Now,
Right.
if I know that, how can I say it? Like when God is gonna come back, and you're asking me a question of how I feel, if I can get you into that kingdom, then I'm gonna bring you into that kingdom.
Right.
I'm gonna tell you what thus God said, say about, but it ain't for me to judge, but I'm gonna tell you the truth, but I'm gonna love you through it.
Right.
You know what I'm
Good.
saying? I'm gonna
I
love
love
you through it.
I love that.
at
What's
the
your
end of the
thoughts
day-
on that too?
I got a lot of gay friends.
Yeah, right?
Pretty much all my friends gay.
Okay.
All of them.
What do you think about them though?
I just feel
What's your
like,
feelings on them?
well, I wanted to say something.
Yeah.
It kind of sounded like, because when you said I had a gay friend,
Mm-hmm.
it sounds like when,
Like when people say I have a black eye.
exactly,
Oh,
when
I
other
know.
colors say,
Well, the reason
well,
I
I have a black friend, and I be
Oh,
like,
that's good. See, I love
You
it.
know what?
So teach us. So
sorry,
what
yeah.
should
It's
we
okay.
say? What should
you
we
can
say?
say however
No, the
you.
reason I said had because
No, she's not saying that. She's saying
No,
she
she
say gay for yeah.
It's like you only have one, and then they keep up the count.
No. Me and him was like really close. So when I say, a friend, when I call a person a friend,
Mhm.
it's like you really are my friend.
Okay.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I
Right.
don't call everybody my
Yeah.
friend.
But
So,
you call
but
it
he,
friend.
we moved, he moved away. So,
Right.
but I really, to be truthful, I really loved him as a friend.
Right.
Yeah.
And I
what's
see-
your
I
what's
see
your
him.
thoughts?
Yeah.
What's your thoughts?
I have a few gay friends, and I just, to be honest with you, they're more open than
Oh,
they're
I
the
love you
most
said that.
open people
I
that
love you said that.
because they've already been judged. They've already been prejudged for loving whoever they love. Everybody's from the Christians, and I know
Yes.
now it's starting to, or whatever religion doesn't matter.
Mhm.
But now it's starting to become a trend.
Mhm.
LGBTQF
Plus, it's a plus now. It's a plus now.
But now it's starting to become a whole movement. So now it's not as, actually they get more recognition than
Yes.
certain races,
Mm-hmm.
ethnicities.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And they
But
do.
I don't have a problem. Like, I have family members
Yeah.
that were gay or are gay
Mm-hmm.
or were
So
past tense or present tense.
You know,
Shout out to the people I'm talking about. And they know if they're watching.
I have to say,
No.
my perception or what are my thoughts on people who are transgender, gay, lesbian, whatever their sexuality or their preference is, I love them. I love them. And like you said, some of the people that I have come in contact with that have been gay or transgender or chooses a different sexuality than the common what the Bible would portray. I love them because the ones that I have met, now I know there might be some mean ones in every category, there's some, people that are probably mean, but the ones that I have met, like she said, have been genuine. They're just open, they're just genuine, they're just, great loving people. And I love how honest a lot of them are.
Mhm.
They really, the ones that I have met, really have been. And, they cool. And I tell you, I had some gay friends when we were growing up, I was in banking. And I had a couple of gay friends that were guys. And let me tell you, they came over to my house and they hooked the house up. They said, "Oh no, girl, you have got to get this place together." And I thought I already had it together, but they decorated me out to the T. And they would tell me, "Oh no, girl, don't do your hair that way. Do your hair." Just talented.
I got to
Talented.
tell you really quickly before.
Yeah.
Whenever you say God doesn't make mistakes or whatever,
Mm.
and I was just thinking, have you spoken with any of your gay friends? Like, are you sure? Not the whole trend, not the people who are just pretending to be gay. They just try to.
Oh yeah, those are the
Not those. I'm talking about the ones that really believe, like they were born this way. Have
Yeah.
you spoke to somebody who just feels like I swear to you, I was born this way. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yes.
Do
And you know
you,
what?
do you feel like some people are born that way?
What I feel like is, and then I'll throw it to you. We'll just be a few minutes over, so y'all hang in there with us. This is a great topic. We're just gonna be a few minutes over. But what I have felt when people come to me and they say, "I'm born this way. I'm just born this way." My thing when it comes to and a lot of church members may come after me. They may say, "Oh, you're supposed to be a pastor. You're supposed to be a teacher. You're supposed to be in the church, whatever." My view is this. If you're going to date the same sex or even the opposite sex, my view is don't cheat.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't matter to me who you choose to date. The problem that I have is the cheating. For instance, if the guy wants to date a girl, don't cheat. If a guy wants to date a guy, don't cheat.
Why?
If a girl wants to date a girl, don't cheat. Because my thoughts are, if you're committed to someone, then be committed to that person.
Do they have like multiple marriages in the Bible?
They did back in the day. But they don't have multiple marriages anymore.
Doesn't they do? They have monogamy.
But it's called bigamy. Is it called bigamy?
Yeah.
Bigamy. It's called bigamy, and it's against the law.
Oh, see,
And the Bible tells us to obey the laws of the land. So we cannot. But my whole thing when it comes to that is stop cheating. And here's the thing: people's feelings and emotions get drawn into this stuff because you're out here with somebody else. And so if you want to have same-sex relationship, just don't cheat. That's my view.
That's it. So I can just like be with them and then dump them the next day and then get somebody else. Because I'm not cheating.
Don't go back to him. Don't go back to him. Go ahead.
I wanted to answer her question
Yeah.
about do you feel that they are actually born gay?
Mhm.
And I want to say this. I used to didn't think so.
Okay.
Because, when you're born, our thinking, the way we were taught.
Mhm.
Right.
But now when I look back to slavery,
Right.
and I look at that our men were raped, and I look at that, the generation could it not just have been in the, the genes, like once they were raped, once they were broken,
You
and
need the
then
spirit,
it goes
spirit.
down,
Mhm.
the spirit
Yeah.
goes
I
down,
get what you're
so
saying.
that, so
Mhm.
in that spirit,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying,
Mhm.
is in that person,
Mhm.
and then these little boys get raped when they are young, and then that spirit that raped them is, that
Transferring.
exactly.
Mm.
So in that way, I feel. But do I believe that the Most High made them that way? No.
Well, he
But I
definitely
do.
makes hermaphrodites or whatever you call them.
Yeah,
So-
that's a whole nother.
So I'm not
whole
trying to,
nother
when you
thing.
cut off the road, they pick, if you got more chromosomes, male, whatever you call it, whatever.
Mhm.
So I'm not really picking up where just because you've been raped, you can be.
It's a part of it. What she's saying now
Or
is a
the
part of it.
spirit-
That's
the
a part of it.
spiritual side.
Just
Right,
like
that's a part of it.
we are broken down still as a people from, slavery. We're still messed up in many ways, from that, what we've been through. You know what
And
I'm
the
saying?
only way
it
we're
goes
gonna get
on,
ourselves
and it
changed.
goes on and on.
And the only way we're going to get ourselves changed is having conversations like this where we can discuss these topics live on the Juice, where we can talk about it, discuss it, learn more,
You
get
have
different
somebody
approaches,
in the family.
get different
A man in the
visuals,
family was that like that. His father could have been like that. It came on the child,
and we have to talk about these subjects. Hey, we are out of time.
Yes.
But we thank you so
Yes.
much for being with us today. We appreciate you for being here. Join us next week. We hope you can be back next week or the week after. I know you got a
9 to
long
5.
drive. Hey, if you want more information about us, go to our Facebook page, like us on Facebook, follow us on Facebook, and also subscribe to our YouTube channel. We love you. Come back next week. Thank you.
Brothers and sisters.